Good morning, this is Weary with MetaArchitects HUB, and today we're going to be looking at re-importing Blender animations into another Blend file. So, first thing we want to do is import your file into a new Blend or whichever one you're working on. If you're starting with the base file, you just want to go ahead and delete the existing collection tree. Next, go ahead and import your file. It's going to be a GLB/GLTF file because that's what it was exported as. And you're going to go ahead and uncheck pack images and guess original bind pose because those are irrelevant for this file. Next, you're going to want to see where did that go. So if you're importing an animation that's kind of far away, you're going to need to do a few things. For one, you can go ahead and extend the view distance there so you can see it a little bit easier. I'm going to go and find it. So as you can see, this came in a little bit off center. That is because it was exported at the location where it was animated. Now, this causes a number of issues. So as you can see, it's animating fine, so that's good. But if you try to move it by selecting the empty that it's parented to, then once you move it and play the animation, it's just going to snap right back to where it was. So just going to do that again so you can see kind of that it doesn't really matter where you move it. It's just going to do the same thing each time you play it because it has the location keyframed in. So to fix this, we need to do a few things. First, go ahead and open that empty parent tree and select everything. And you're going to want to unparent it. You can just do it by pressing Alt-P on the keyboard and doing clear parent. So that is going to take it back to the base of the file where the cursor from world origin is for the moment. And you can just go ahead and to verify that everything's still working and it was the empty that kept the location data, just try moving it and playing it, and you'll see it just snaps back like that. So we can go ahead and delete this. Typically, you might want to clean up your file after you do that. Forgot to do that here, but we'll just go ahead and reselect all the objects. So we can see they're moving. Once you hit play on the animation, they're moving just fine. So animation is good, but if you were to move those without reparenting them, it would do the same thing. So what we want to do is add a new empty. You do that by going to add and choose an empty, and we're just going to do plain axes that you want to use typically. Go ahead and give it a file name. For here, just do like empty-platform, whatever you want to do. Now, with that selected, go ahead and select all of your meshes. And then once you do, go ahead and shift-click drag to drop it on the empty, and that parents it there. There's a couple ways you can parent it, but that's one of the easier ones. So now you'll see animation's still working. That's good. So select the empty and just go ahead and move it around. And if you hit play, you'll see it is now moving where it is instead of snapping back to the original location. You can go ahead and rotate it to see, and it does the same thing. So that is exactly what we want this file to do. Next, you're going to want to export it. So to export it, I want to go ahead and actually, there's something we need to do first. See how at the end, if you zoom in, it pauses the animation. Because by default, for whatever reason, Blender starts with 250 frames for animations. This specific one was done at 24 frames, so I'm just going to send it to 240. That'll just get us a clean kind of constant loop when it starts over. Animations are a bit tricky and there's other things there, but I'll go over that another time. So next, go ahead to export and export it as a GLB or a GLTF file, and go ahead and expand the animation tree. You can deselect shape keys and skinning because we don't really need those. And next, you're going to want to expand the animation. And here, just unchecked group by NLA track, because if you don't, then it's going to think every single mesh animation there is separate, and it's not going to do what you want. So uncheck that, and you should be good when you export it to have the animation you want.